Hey, I'm still out here relitigating the entire Apple Music Top 100 albums. And here we go, 95. Usher with Confessions. I will hold my hands up. I felt like this one was a bit of a baffling entry when I read it on the list when it first came out. I assumed it would mostly be slow jams and vapid club ready bangers. In fact, the album opens up with a club ready banger. Yeah, which felt like it was going to be the start of a very vindicating listen. Like, I felt like, yeah, I pegged this one completely correctly. But then Usher did something I did not expect. The next couple of tracks become a concept album about a man coming to terms with his infidelity and owning up to it and dealing with it like a man and understanding that he has fucked up. It's genuinely quite impressive. I mean, I was ready to crown this the surprise of the millennium, definitely the surprise of the list so far. However, it very quickly drops off and becomes slow jam after 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 some really cool ideas. A great album if you're looking to make some sweaty, passionate love, but otherwise it's just a decent R&B album. 63 out of 100. Number 94, Burial with Untrue. This is another album I listened to before, and with good cause. Burial is an incredible talent. This electronic album lives in its vibe. It lurches and slinks between tracks in an almost dreamlike state. Its fuzzy imperfections gives the music a life and a soul that other electronic artists could only dream of. It feels alive. Now, that's incredibly high praise, but I marked it down as a 72 100, which is still pretty good, but you might have expected me to go higher. Sometimes the numbers just don't fully match the opinions, and that's okay. Shh, it's all right. Don't stress. Just go with the flow. It's fine. Number 93, Solange, A Seat at the Table. I'm just going to keep this one short. There's some really nice neo-soul tunes on this album. It's got a really strong and powerful message, but it's a boring album. 35 out of 100. Number 92, Tyler, the Creator with Flower Boy. Banger. Banger, banger, throw the pen at the wall, banger, it hit me in the back of the neck, ow. I've never really dug deep on Tyler's stuff before, but I will now, because this album is sensational. It's lyrically interesting and unique. Tyler's flow is really strong. Production is top notch on every single track. I genuinely don't remember there being a dud on this album when it comes to production. I was really surprised that one of my favorite tracks, Pothole, on the album, features Jaden Smith of all people. It's a great tune. Fantastic stuff. 88 out of 100. Number 91, George Michael, Listen Without Prejudice, Volume 1. I'm worried about telling you this one. Before I start, I read a great piece about this album that talked about how quite a few artists at the time were making slower, more contemplative, downbeat albums in response to the raging AIDS epidemic at the time. And that's fine. It's great. In fact, I feel like that's a more than reasonable response to the way the world was at the time, to be honest. However, when I think of George Michael, I think of some of the catchiest pop tunes I've ever heard, period. Songs like Freedom 90, which is on this album, but the rest of the album is so dreary and very, very dull. I'm not saying artists should stay in their box all the time. I'm not saying they can't try new things or react to the world and be upset and be sad and make music for that function, but I just think this is a misfire for George Michael and I didn't like it. I'm honestly kind of shocked it's on the list. 29 out of 100. So what did you think of those albums? What do you think of those opinions? Let me know in the comments. Tell me I'm a big dumb bald asshole. Tell me that I just wish I was Fantano.